Welcome to the Mathematics Department at LaSalle Academy. I am proud to present this presentation to you, and my name is Mrs. Yvette Masulo, Department Chairperson. At LaSalle Academy, you can see that we have 4 individual teachers with various course loads, and we each have something that overlaps with our other coworkers, making it easy to have conversations across the board about how we want to do our instruction, what's working for us, what does not, things we've tried, and so on. So we have a lot of collaboration. I teach Algebra 1, Algebra Honors, Geometry, and Geometry Honors, and I share the responsibility of geometry with Ms. Carlson, who's the third one down the line. I also share my algebra responsibilities with Mr. William Hackshaw, who teaches Algebra 1 math skills, and I believe recently he was asked to also help with senior math. Ms. Carlson predominantly has the seniors for her quickest classes. Those are her pre-calculus and AP calculus students. The AP calculus students will take an AP exam at the end of the year, and she works very hard to do her best to make sure that they can pass and hopefully get college credit. After geometry, the curriculum goes to junior year, where it's Algebra 2 and possibly trigonometry, depending again where students placed. Ms. Ritsu has Algebra 2, Trigonometry, as well as Algebra 2 and Trigonometry combined, which is an honors course and moves quite quickly. And as I said, finally, for seniors, it's pre-calculus, AP calculus, and possibly trigonometry, as you'll see in a moment. We all use interactive smart boards. We have document cameras to help us present work clearly from an overhead perspective, and Microsoft tablets to engage students in the lessons. Students use the tablets in math class to help them work together on projects and assignments, and here you see one class working to solve some sort of problem that their teacher gave them collaboratively. They have their calculator out, they're working together on the tablet, and they are sharing their ideas. Every student who comes to LaSalle Academy is required to have a Texas Instruments or TI 83 or 84 calculator. It's necessary so that we can make them as successful as possible. They need this particular line of calculators because this is accepted on PSAT and SAT exams as well as some other exams. But more importantly, the teachers teach the sequences and the functions of these calculators according to the knowledge of where those buttons are. And so if your student comes in with a different brand of graphing calculator, we will have less chance to be able to help them, as your student will probably struggle trying to keep up with what's being explained as well. We do require 4 years of mathematics for every student at LaSalle Academy, starting from 9th grade, algebra, going all the way up through senior year as you see the AP exam or whatever they place into. We feel this is really important to keep this math going throughout the 4 years, because we all know that as they go to college, they are required to have a math course, and it would do them a disservice not to continue keeping them proficient with the math skills they're learning along the way. Not to mention, these skills also keep them ready to do well when they take their SAT exam, possibly in senior year. We have various courses that will fit your son's academic needs, and we use the eMath instruction curriculum, which you can find at www.emathinstruction.com. Students all get their own books, which are spiral bound, so they can write in them and keep them throughout the year. They own them. They don't need to copy pages. And right now with the distance learning, we are using eMath's website for the students to download their own pages, as all the instruction is freely available there at any time of year, as well as videos that cover each of the individual lessons should a student need to see the lesson presented in another way or another time. Every student in the math department is also required to work in Khan Academy, which makes learning accessible to all students. We use this as a tool to evaluate their progression as they're learning their skills, to be able to determine where their weak spots might be should they need reinforcement. It provides excellent practice along with videos that are quite helpful and quizzes periodically as well to make sure students do not forget as they're moving along and learning things. Students are free to work on this at any time. They don't have to be assigned, it's free, and they can go in there and practice at any time. We do encourage a lot of group work and problem solving, so that's what you can see here. In the right, Ms. Carlson is leading or helping her group to understand her problems. And on the left hand side, those students were working on a puzzle, which you could see orange and purple pieces. And for students, originally groups of two were assigned one color of numbers and had to solve the puzzle until they realized it was vital they collaborate with someone with the other set so they could find the solution. Obviously, these boys did it and were pretty happy about it. We do follow two lines of teaching. We have our standard curriculum and our honors track. All freshmen come in and must take and pass algebra, whether they are honors or not. This is a requirement for graduation. If they are in standard course, they take algebra just as the honors students do, and the only difference here is the honors are challenged with more enrichment problems and more challenging tasks here and there. But at the end, they all must pass that Regents. As we get to 10th grade, they progress to geometry. The honors students can go to geometry honors, which is in the left-hand side, or many students will stay in the standard. The difference here is that the geometry honors class must take the Regents. It's not an option. Keep in mind that just because a student places in algebra honors as an entering freshman does not mean they are mandated to continue the geometry honors. Depending on their performance and level of success, teachers and myself confer to decide what we feel is best for each particular individual student. And for that matter, the students who came in and get placed in standard algebra can be moved up to honors geometry again, should they do well in freshman year. Then we go to junior year, which is your Algebra 2 Trig and Algebra 2 courses. Algebra 2 Trig, which is the Regents course, is taught by Ms. Ritsu. She works very hard to get them to move along. She's rigorous, and you must keep in mind that the students in that course have to be the best of students because it is, in essence, combining two courses as one in that 1 year. So a student may pass Algebra Regents freshman year. They may go on to geometry and pass that Regents, but should they show that they really don't have the stick-to-itness or the ability or drive to continue, they may be placed back over on standard track in Algebra 2. So they have to prove themselves. And after the end of junior year, the honor students are automatically placed to pre-calculus or AP calculus according to conversations between those upper level teachers. And in the standard track, those students will just go to trigonometry, which is part 2 of what the honors kids did the year before. But we're still keeping math in their minds. More working together, freshmen from last year, groups working around the room, problems were posted about, and they had to work in teams to resolve their problems. And here you can see sometimes some students do prefer to be a little more independent, and that's fine as long as they join back together to present their answers. There is after school help every day of the week. I'm the one who is the person who stays late. As I live nearby, I really don't mind staying till 5 o'clock or so. I've been known to be there as late as 6. On the other end of the spectrum, for early birds, we do have Mr. Hackshaw who does come in early and he makes himself available. And Ms. Ritsu and Ms. Carlson also make themselves available just about every day as time permits with their other responsibilities as well. Seniors are placed in 1 3 math courses depending on their academic level and performance on the Regents exam. So, as I already mentioned, there's trigonometry, pre-calculus, and AP calculus. I like to give projects that are very visual and use lots of colors, and I like to display them. So I consider them sort of art projects as well, or we could consider it STEAM projects: science, technology, engineering, art, and math. On the left side, these were projects of dilations. And on the right picture, this is where they did projects using compasses to gain skill with using a compass. They did not know these were on the wall, so these are their reactions when they came into class. So you could see they were pretty proud and happy to go over and look at it. And at the end of the dilation project, this was a bulletin board showing everybody's work and how diverse it is and interesting and just a pleasure to look at. As we are now in distance learning mode and every student is learning from home at the moment, the students are using Microsoft Teams or Google Meet for their assembling of their classes. And from that point, teachers guide them with the activities or the lessons as a teacher sees fit. The students are all asked to present themselves visually during class just to ensure eye to eye contact and collaboration and that they are fully alert and participating. These are some more projects done by juniors. This is Miss Ritsu in the picture now, and these are her unit circle projects all through the pictures, which are really nice. And our last picture of projects was again last year. The left side, I and Mr. Hackshaw put out a project to decide if cigarette smoking is worth it. And the students had to look up statistics of prices of packs in various states and compare statistics that they found and decide how much money is spent through a lifetime, the health concerns with it, and so on, and create a poster or a visual presentation online. And on the right side, those are geometry honors students working together to sort out properties of quadrilaterals, parallelograms specifically. Sadly, there's no one in school right now, but these are my word walls right now in my classroom. One is for algebra, one is for geometry, and my hopes are that once the students come back into school, we will be checking off and referring to all those different ideas as we move along. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. LaSalle Academy, as you probably know, is located at 215 East 6th Street. Our phone number is 212-475-8940, and our website is www.lasalleacademy.org. I really hope you take the time to check out the website as well as our other curricula areas, and you do decide to make LaSalle your son's home. Thank you for watching.